Hi,
What a
Stav.
great life you got here. Helping people?
Exactly, dude.
Elvis and guests. I have a pretty mundane question, but about my husband. We've been together for almost a decade, married a couple of
congrats.
years. Everything's great. We love each other.
Beautiful.
We share the same values. We share the same political values, really
Immigrants out, yeah.
far left,
Back to blue.
progressive. I wouldn't even say Democrat because they fucking suck. But
There we go. Smart.
far left, you get it. You guys are the
Anarchist,
same.
this is great.
Not at all.
However, my husband is very much identifies as blue collar. We're from the Boston area. He feels like a real Boston guy.
Sure.
And
He's
we grew up
finding it hard
in,
not to be racist. Despite his political values, something is kicking in.
The slowest rise towards will not let black people in our house.
90s, 2000s, where saying certain things were appropriate back then.
sure.
My wheelhouse.
Or seemed more appropriate. So, to be more specific, he basically, I can't get him to stop using the F slur. Not against gay people at all. Usually against cops. Usually,
Now what are you going to do?
That cancels out.
now what are you going to do, Stabby? Hold on.
Yeah. This is a great philosophical quandary.
or
Can you use a forbidden weapon against the worst enemy?
This is poetry.
Fuck, this is awesome. Yeah.
Does she keep going?
usually toward shitty people? He uses the F slur to describe them as being shitty. And I don't think I'm cool with this, even if it's toward a cop. I just don't think you should use that word in that way.
But I do know what she means.
Of course,
Yeah.
but I'm ready to go permission granted. Like,
I think it has to be like
he's from Boston.
he's from Boston.
It sounds like he was like a teen in the 90s. So it sounds like this guy.
Listen, I get it, and believe me, I grew up in Baltimore in the 90s. I've had to change certain patterns and behaviors. And look, I also get where this guy's coming from, but it is the kind. Oh, anyway, should we let her finish? Does she have more?
Yeah, okay.
Because it just perpetuates prejudice against queer people. And I am also afraid he's going to slip up and say it in front of like a queer friend.
Yeah.
Or say it in front of a family member. Or he also works with a bunch of blue collar
says it.
kind of
She lets it go right there.
With a bunch of these. Oh, shit.
collar kind of right wing guys that he's going to say in front of them naturally, and then they're going to latch onto that and use it in worse ways.
I don't
So
think those guys need him
I figure
saying it.
you sort of
to
grew
get
up the
the
same. And
juices
She's acting like
You
he's the
may-
ringleader of this like group
Yeah,
of pipe
yeah,
fitters,
yeah.
which is probably not true.
Absolutely
I mean,
untrue.
what you may not understand is that this is sort of the thieves' cant of that kind of world, and that this is not excusing that, but there's coded language within all different parts of employment, and I have been to places where this kind of like extremely casual incendiary use of language is like daily constant nonsense.
Yeah.
So have you.
Of course.
So have you.
Of course.
So in some ways we're getting into a bit of a cultural collision between, I don't know where he works, but like a group of construction workers who are all best friends on the job, some of which may even be gay and are buddies with one another. My opinion is that group of guys with themselves can literally talk over the fuck they want. Like while they're on the job.
As long as it doesn't break containment.
Yeah, literally.
Yes.
And
It's like
the same way
yeah.
that a family may talk to one another or whatever.
Yeah.
Now that is certainly a dangerous opinion, and I recognize that. But that's where I come down on the work side of this. She's completely right in saying that I'm uncomfortable that at some point you are going to.
But see, that's where this turns, right? Because
course.
I agree with you. It's like, look, I think ultimately, if like whatever people do, I'm not going to police the private goings on of like of whatever, like within a family or within even a friend group or within
a culture.
Like again, it's the classic, like if you're not harming anybody else, it doesn't fucking matter to me, right?
Yeah.
And that is where, and look, people will say the use of the language is harming enough people. I'm like, look, as long as like I said, if it doesn't break containment, ultimately I don't give a fuck, because what matters is how people can have shitty beliefs, and as long as they're not harming other people, that's how you run a society, in my opinion.
Well,
right?
That's sort of the definition of freedom.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like
exactly.
you could. I'm not going to tell you how to think. As long as you treat everyone fucking fairly, it doesn't matter, right?
But now this is a romantic relationship. They've been married for a decade.
But this is different.
Yeah,
because
it's a marriage.
You are married. Well, they've been together for a decade. They've been married for a couple of years.
Oh yeah,
Maybe
yeah,
she's
right.
thinking about kids. Like, it's very. You are well within your rights to be like,
to define
you
the
gotta-
culture of your home.
You got to stop this.
Yeah.
Like, you want to talk like that, and you want to talk like that at work. Like, you want to talk the way around, not around me. I don't like that either. But we can't have this shit at home.
Is that the compromise? Because
Yeah.
I wonder, because if she presents him with a straight up never ever talk this way, then of course, no matter what she was saying, he's got his backup.
Well, I also think ultimatums and never evers
It's ridiculous. Yeah.
But it is you or caller should have the conversation where it's like, look, and here is the actual thing, because look, I don't use that word
Unless
because-
it's just you and me.
unless
Yeah,
Elvis did something really annoying. But it's like, I definitely, like, that's an example of like the way I used to talk when I was a teenager. Of
course.
There's a lot of, because here's the other thing though, if this guy does have these beliefs that you're saying, it is actually a political statement to not use that word anymore. Because something has turned where people it seems like a group is treating the use of slurs as a fundamental right.
Uh-huh.
Like the least funny, most annoying guys who
Oh,
are
I
like, you
completely
know what I
follow
mean?
you.
Like,
Yeah.
like this whole thing where it's like these guys are like,
they're trying to shortcut to
we can
aren't
say
I?
again.
Yeah.
And it's like, you celebrating it makes it not fun.
Uh-huh.
Like, it's really the kind of thing where it's like, you guys are so fucking stupid that you don't understand the only reason that's kind of, I don't want to do like my act, because I do have a joke about this, but it's like, they don't get that it's like, you can't like, things that are not allowed, saying them is only fun when they're not allowed.
The taboo.
The taboo is the whole point.
Yeah, exactly.
When you start saying my culture is being hateful for the sake of it, and by the way, I'm not saying that's the case here, right? That's completely different. But I think like being a guy who's cool with these types of people, which is kind of how I identify too, right? That's who I am. I am friends with guys who have horrific personal beliefs sometimes, right?
Of course.
I go back to Baltimore. I see the fucking guys I grew up with. I go, you talk to blue collar guys. You know what I mean? Podcasters.
Your dad, maybe.
Yeah.
Right?
Totally.
Like
My dad's friends. Like,
Yes.
And I'm cool with them, but it's like, I have, when they have said fucked up shit, like I actually have watching soccer, some Greek kid was dropping N-bombs.
Inside the Greek club.
Stop.
Uh-huh.
Like
Right,
I've
right,
been the
right.
guy who's been like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? What is this ridiculous? Like, and he was trying to be like, he was doing this outdated thing. He was younger than everybody. I think he was trying to show like, I'm racist like the old guys, right?
Well, he's trying to create an identity for himself in the group by being that guy.
Totally.
Yeah.
And it's like, but also it's like, look, if at the end of the day, if your husband has to decide the kind of guy he wants to be, and it's like, it is annoying to come up with to change your speech habits, but it's like annoying versus hateful to a whole fucking group of people. And especially in this moment where just not being one of those guys, the bar is insanely low. Not saying a slur makes you a good guy if you're blue collar. Like, that's what I would say at this point.
I think that because this is going to be a negotiation, you married this person, you love him, and so you're not like, in some ways, I think you know the answer here, which is that if you're going to present your husband with an opportunity to change, it needs to come with a warm hand, and that should be. I understand that, and this is going to sound ridiculous, that culturally, as a Bostonian, at your work, this is important to you, and it's a way that you can play with taboo, and because taboos, they're on the other side of things that are sacred,
and
right?
Also, and the other thing is, I will admit, like a cop getting called that would affect him.
Yeah, and it's also
what I mean?
hilarious.
Like, it is
right?
very funny.
And I mean, like there's all these things in it that you just need to be. there's a division in the way that your husband views the world and you view the world. And so offer this with a warm hand and say, and just what you can say is, when you say it, it makes you seem small to me. And I know you want to seem big
That's
to
a
me
good point.
because
Yeah.
I love you so much. And I know that the way I view you matters to you.
Yeah.
And so I'm letting you know a secret for my sexual interest in you, for my, for thinking of you as the big man in this house, for being the person that I love to support and brag about. Every time you use that word around me, it scrambles me up and it messes with my image of you. But I'm not going to say don't use that word at work or with your friends, because that may be the way you bond with your friends. And I love that you have friends.
You know what it is for real? It's using Sith lightning. That's what it is.
Right.
It
This
is
is okay.
effective,
Yeah.
and it is power right against the right people. It's like you can do damage,
But it's gonna
at
give you
what
wrinkles.
cost?
It's gonna
You're
give you
look
wrinkles.
fucked up.
Yeah, exactly.
You're gonna be uglier, and it's like don't be
Robotic hands.
Don't be
Yeah.
don't use Sith lightning, dude. Just fucking train with the fucking. You can make fun of cops so many other ways. To accuse them of beating their wives, which they probably do. You know what I mean? Like, dude, there's so much other shit you could get for cops where it's like, don't use the Sith lightning. That's ultimately where I end up on it.
If you
and
want-
it was fun to when you were younger and you were just learning the Force.
Of course, you're blasting everybody. Yeah, of course. I'm a Jedi.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
But now you're fucking. Let's master the fucking. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Hey, look,
That's-
it binds us. It penetrates us.
I've reached my knowledge of Star Wars there, but yes,
I could go all day. If
Yeah.
you want to see a creative treatise on this very question, literally, Nirvana, the band, the show, the movie, is about this question. We go back in time and see the movie The Hangover, and you get to see Bradley Cooper literally
that is a
go
great.
through this.
That is a great joke in the movie.
And so you and your husband can go see this
Go
movie
see
and
Nirvana
literally
and think-
this
and
moment
ruminate
you'll-
on this.
Actually, it can be the jumping off
can
point
be the
for this
spark.
conversation afterwards. You don't even need to
Absolutely.
tell him.
Totally. Let it come naturally. And it's also like, yeah, dude, at the end of the day, things change and some things you just can't say anymore. And it's like, you could say 4 million other things.
Yeah, right.
There's so many other ways to be hurtful. Just it's also a matter of creativity. It's like be hurtful towards the people you want to hurt, not the, you know, the like there could be collateral
The blast
damage.
radius. The
Exactly.
blast radius.
Let's get the let's factor it. Let's tighten up the blast radius.